The 6+1 writing traits. The first writing trait, voice. Voice is the writer coming through the words, the sense that a real person is speaking to us and cares about the message. It is the heart and soul of the writing, the magic, the wit, the feeling, the life and breath. When the writer is engaged personally with the topic, the writer imparts a personal tone and flavor to the piece that is unmistakably the writer's alone. And it is that individual something, different from the mark of all other writers, that we call voice. The first of the 6+1 writing traits, voice. Gathering place writing trait number 2, organization. Out of the 6+1 writing traits, this is our second one on the webcast. Organization. Organization is the internal structure of a piece of writing, the thread of central meaning, the pattern and sequence, so long as it fits the central idea. Organizational structure can be based on a lot of different things: comparison contrast, deductive logic, point-by-point analysis, development of a central theme, chronological history of an event, or any of a dozen other identifiable patterns. When the organization is strong, the piece begins meaningfully and creates in the writer a sense of anticipation that is ultimately fulfilled. Events proceed logically. Information is given to the reader in the right doses at the right times, so that the reader never loses interest. Connections are strong, which is another way of saying that bridges from one idea to the next hold up. The piece closes with a sense of resolution, tying up loose ends, bringing things to a satisfying closure, answering important questions while still leaving the reader something to think about. 6+1 writing traits number 3, ideas. The ideas are the main message, the content of the piece, the main theme, together with all the supporting details that enrich and develop that theme. The ideas are strong when the message is clear, not garbled. The writer chooses details that are interesting, important, and informative, often the kinds of details the reader would not normally anticipate or predict. Successful writers do not tell readers things they already know. It was a sunny day and the sky was blue. The clouds were fluffy white. Successful writers show readers that which is normally overlooked. Writers seek out the extraordinary, the unusual, the unique, the bits and pieces of life that might otherwise be overlooked. Ideas. 6+1 writing traits number 4, conventions. The conventions trait is the mechanical correctness of the piece and includes 5 elements: spelling, punctuation, capitalization, grammar usage, and paragraphing. Writing that is strong in conventions has been proofread and edited with care. Since this trait has so many pieces to it, it's almost an analytical trait with an analytical system. As you assess a piece for convention, ask yourself, how much work would a copy editor need to do to prepare the piece for publication? This will keep all of the elements in conventions equally in play. Conventions is the only trait where we make specific grade level accommodations, and expectations should be based on grade level to include only those skills that have been taught. Handwriting and neatness are not part of the trait. They belong to the +1, presentation. Gathering 6+1 writing trait number 5, sentence fluency. Sentence fluency is the rhythm and flow of the language, the sound of word patterns, the way in which the writing plays to the ear, not just to the eye. How does it sound when it's read aloud? That's the test. Fluent writing has cadence, power, rhythm, and movement. It is free of awkward word patterns that slow the reader's progress. Sentences vary in length, beginnings, structure, and style, and are so well crafted that the writer moves through the piece with ease. 6+1 writing trait number 5, sentence fluency. Gathering plays 6+1 writing trait number 5, word choice. Word choice is the use of rich, colorful, precise language that communicates not just in a functional way, but in a way that moves and enlightens the reader. In descriptive writing, strong word choice often results in great imagery, especially sensory, show-me writing, clarifies and expands ideas. In persuasive writing, purposeful word choice moves the reader to a new vision of ideas. In all modes of writing, figurative language such as metaphors, similes, analogies, articulate, enhance, and enrich the content. Strong word choice is characterized not so much by an exceptional vocabulary chosen to impress the reader, but more by the skill to use everyday words well. 6+1 writing traits in the virtual gathering place, number 5, word choice. The +1 in the 6+1 writing traits is presentation. Presentation combines both visual and textual elements. It is the way we exhibit or present our message in a paper. Even if our ideas, words, and sentences are vivid, precise, and well constructed, the writing will not be inviting to read unless the guidelines of presentation are present. Some of those guidelines include balance of white space with visuals and text, graphics, neatness, handwriting, font selection, borders, and overall appearance. Think about examples of text and visual presentation in your environment. What signs, what billboards attract your attention? Why do you search for one iPod over another? All great writers are aware of the necessity of presentation, particularly technical writers who must include graphs, maps, visual instructions along with text. Presentation is key to a polished piece ready for publication. The 6+1 writing traits, the +1 presentation.